Guys, and welcome back to another episode of Non-League 2 Premier League here with Bath City. Today you join me as we face up against Forest Green, who are currently sat 8th in the league. We are sat top, 1 point clear of Rochdale, way ahead of where we expect to be. Dagenham and Redbridge, who actually got promoted with us, have played one more game than us, but are only 3 points behind. So it's a close game so far. You'll see in Forest Green's last match, they did lose 3-2 to Bournemouth. But before that, they were on a reasonably good streak. The team have had a nice rest, so I'm expecting to have probably my best 11 out. I'm going to put Wins on the left, put Paco Avoki up top. I think that's pretty much my strongest lineup, which we're going to have to go into the game with. I've been looking at the familiarity within my team and my squad. Georgiou still not familiar with the role, despite playing almost 20 games in this same setup. Wins are not very familiar with playing out on that left hand side, so I may start Peak because I've not actually started Peak in a while. I have set up another tactic here, a very interesting tactic where in possession it will be a back three, a very attacking bunch there, and then out of possession we drop to a standard 4-2-3-1. But that's very specific roles I would need the players to play if I was in this formation. So what actually happens is the left back tucks into centre back and the right back steps up to DM in this formation, and then we just have the standard wingers and the cam, one of the centre mids joining up in the cam spot on a striker. I won't be playing at this game. I will stick to what we're good at and what's working for us. That in the backup formation that I may look at if needed at any point, I may experiment with, but I'll start looking for certain profiles for that tactic. At the moment, I would have a left back who plays centre back, being Byron or Parcel, to be honest. The right back who would have to jump into DM would probably have to be someone like Luke Russ. Apart from that, everyone else plays in a pretty normal position. It may be a good formation to really get Sweeten involved, as he'll be able to play both DM and Cam, which is what one of the midfielders would have to do in that new tactic. And it's actually a very similar tactic to what Forest Green, our opponents here today, play, and they have already got 1-0 up in 30 seconds there. And you can see the way their formation works, the back three, and they've got so many attackers, a front five almost. You can see them there in this highlight. And it looks like a hell of a formation to beat. You can see it there on their side. When they're in possession, they're going to kill our defence, as they're going to have so many men up there. We've got back four marking basically a front five for them. And you'll see that coming to play now as Hooton almost wins that ball. But Grande does easily collect. Grande with the ball now. He plays it out to Batten now. Batten straight out to Alves. Alves coming inside on that left foot, looking for options. No one's really giving him anything. So he shoots and it comes off the bar. Picking the ball back up, a long ball forward. Afoki tries to get on the end of it. He is offside. I'm expecting another loss today, if I am honest. We are outperforming where we expected to be probably this season. But the longer we can keep that up and try and keep in those promotion places, the better it will be for us. The chance of a playoff in our first season in the National League is very appealing on our way to the Premier League, as this journey is. But how long can we keep up this form? How long before that form potentially starts to dip and we are battling away trying to stay up in the playoff positions? A quiet start to the game. Let's have a look at other results. Dagenham 2-0 down to Accrington. A corner here for Jenkins Davies. A good ball in. Forward back out to Jenkins Davies. Into the box of Tilton inside. With a long shot blocked. Jones tries, blocked. And then Peak with the effort. And it looked like a good save by the keeper. Looking back at any particular results here that might affect us, Sutton losing 1-0 to Truro. All the other games pretty much are quiet. Rochdale are 2-0 up. So if our game stays as it is, we will drop down 2 seconds for the first time this season, I believe, since we've taken that top spot and made it our own. We are having a good game here. We've had a lot of chances, a lot of shots. in the dying seconds of the first half. Ball comes in, cleared, back out towards Georgiou. So Alves on the edge. He comes that into the top corner. That's one hell of a strike for Jordan Alves to make it 1-1 just before half time. A long range effort from the edge of the box, about 20 yards out. Taken brilliantly. That ball falls back to Georgiou. Part of me expected it to whip him back in, but Alves found space on the edge of the box. A touch opens up a shot into the top corner. Last kick of that first half, we managed to get ourselves back into the game. Jumping straight into the second half here. And here we go. Alves out on the right, cutting inside again, dangerous on that left foot. We have had the opportunities here, 15 shots, 7 of those being on target. 8 corners as well. Slightly less possession, but it's close to 50-50. So we are doing very well here against this Forest Green team. They are pushing a lot of players forward and we're being outnumbered, which is expected with the formation they're playing. And part of me is tempted to try and mirror their formation. And it will be a battle of the attacks because it will basically be front fives against back threes. Poor ball out there by Forest Green. Jones picks it up, looking for options. Russ is there with a bit of space in the midfield. Jones now, opportunity down to Alves. He's going to square that. No one there to tap it home. Bakayoko should be there in my eyes, ready to tap that in. He was not. You can see a few of our players getting tired now. Will look to make these changes. Alves for Windsor, Jones for Peak, Beardmore, the guy for Jenkins Davies, and Batten also looks like he has to come off, so Byron will come on to get some more minutes. Save that one last substitute for later on in the game, just in case of an injury, a red card or anything. Jones and Tilson looking tired out there. 20 shots, 8 of those on target. So we are going to get slightly more attacking. And I'm going to demand more from my team. I really want to get this winner, especially after the loss in the last episode. A tight game here. We should have scored more than one, I think, with the opportunities we've had. And let's see what we can do here in the final 5 minutes plus stoppage time. Will there be any more opportunities for anyone with the 4 minutes of stoppage time at the end of the 90? The ball in the hands of the Forest Green Rover keeper. 1 minute stoppage time left. Is there going to be a late opportunity for either side to try and grab a winner? A good winner at the back by pass out to Tilson. He needs to go down to Jones there. Jones, what's he going to do? He takes on his man well. Can he pick out something in the box? He does. And that man is Bakayoko. Remember the name. He has grabbed us a last minute winner. We grabbed an equaliser in stoppage time of the first half and grabbed the winner in stoppage time of the second half, giving us an absolutely fantastic win against Forest Green Rovers, who looked at danger early on with a goal within 30 seconds. Had us all worried. But we stayed calm and collected and dominate the game up until the last second. And we find ourselves still top of the table, still only 1 point ahead of Rochdale, 6 points ahead of Dagenham, who I believe just lost their game there, didn't see the full-time result, and way clear of 7th place, 15 points clear. So I think we're almost set, guaranteed for playoffs. Obviously not with 20 games in, but you would hope our second half of the season isn't bad enough to knock us down. With the next game coming up against Harrogate, who are down in 17th in the league, and up and down past 5 games, 2 wins, 1 draw, 2 losses. And the form continues. Can we continue it into the next episode? We will find out. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like, please do subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Goodbye.